This is the final chapter, folks. And for this part, we are going to have to deliver the marker back to the burial site that it was discovered. Or should I say it was placed under the government. But just like anything in this game, it's not going to be easy. We are going to have to deal with a bunch of necromorphs as we go through these couple of zones in delivering the marker. We will pass a zone in which we have to restore power to one of the gates in order to pass through it, but I'm going to omit that for this video, mainly because it doesn't progress the story any forward. And then after that, there will be an area where we get to recover for a bit before another huge battle undergoes. So yeah, let's continue, shall we? What I'm doing here is pretty much what you're going to be doing throughout the rest of this level, where you, in order to pass the marker through a certain area, you are going to have to raise up these little bridges and stasis them for them to freeze, and so you can pass the marker. It's a bit annoying, but you know, what can you do? It adds, I guess, to the overall suspense. As you can see, far away from me is a room where I could use one of the power nodes to get some couple of goodies, but as you can see, it's under quarantine. You know what that means? A whole bunch of necromorphs are going to start to swarm in. But since I played this game multiple times, I know where they will be appearing. The best course of action in this zone that I'm doing right now is to stay in the area where I'm at, because you will be able to pick off the necromorph from far away, and you can pretty much get a really good view of where they're coming from as well. You know, a nice little distance away from you and them, so you can order to pick them off. Also, if you have the kinesis already fully upgraded, you know, snatching the items is pretty much a breeze. And if you're lucky, you can use one of the exploding necromorphs to kill other necromorphs after they come at you. The only problem with that is that it launches some of those items away and it goes down below where the marker is at. One good thing I will say is that they don't actually repeat this area again, really, because the next area is going to be already not in quarantine, but you're going to have to kill a few necromorphs, you have to kill a brute and a couple of guardians as well. And that's pretty much the end of this zone. You know, once it's done, I can go and get to that power node room and get all the wonderful goodies in there. And actually, that's the last power node room in this game. So yeah, let's continue, shall we? Here we have it, folks, the last stretch of the game, the last area where we will be finding necromorphs. And then after that, we will be finding the final boss, which we saw a glimpse of it with those giant tentacles. Before I start, you know, this huge long fight, I like to get all the items so I don't have to come through here, because in the area I'm at is where the necromorphs will be appearing. As I cross this bridge, those tentacles will be coming out, like right now. And before I drag the marker or do anything, I like to destroy these tentacles, because dragging the marker while those tentacles are attacking you is a pain in the butt. It really is. And also, I like to distance myself from the necromorphs, as you can easily pick them off one by one as they come along. I'm not too sure if this area has the necromorphs spawning endlessly. The reason why I say that is because this is kind of like a nice area to farm if they do come out endlessly. You know, I'm not well aware. I think at some point they do stop coming out. And once I destroy the tentacles, I will be more than happy to move the marker. And you can pretty much move it and also stop moving the marker, so you can pick off any necromorphs that are coming your way. having played this multiple times now, it's pretty easy. You know, I know what to expect. You know, that's kind of the bad side about like horror games like this, is that once you know all the tricks, once you reveal, you know, the curtains, it's just becomes second nature to you, really. But it's fun overall. Because the moment you place the marker on that little pedestal or on that little area, as is about to show in a couple of seconds, the necromorphs will stop spawning, and you get pretty much the second big twist in this game. For that segment, I'm going to be stop talking, and I'm just gonna let it play it by itself. So I'll see you at the final boss.
Believed in you. I knew you'd return to me. We are whole again, Isaac. We are whole.
Communication cycle activated.
You really didn't think I was just gonna walk away, did you? I can't do that. Marker's coming with me. It's a shame. I was starting to like you. Even if you are insane. What, you don't believe me? Take a look at yourself. Better yet, take a look at the video from Nicole. And this time, watch it right to the end.
Isaac, it's me. I wish I could talk to you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about everything. I wish I could just talk to someone. It's all falling apart here. I can't believe what's happening. It's strange. Such a little thing. And it all comes down to this one little thing. I didn't want it to end like this. I really wanted to see you again. Just once. I loved you. I always loved you.
Just like Khan, just like the captain. Nicole has been dead this whole time. Whatever you were seeing was caused by that. You are its pawn. But don't worry. It will be in good hands now. Far away from this damn place. Goodbye, Isaac.
Oh my God! Ah!
So Kendra is dead, and well, even though she was, you know, antagonizing you at the very end, and I wouldn't say she was that much of a villain, mainly because she was just following orders, but at the same time, she did kill a person, you know, a doctor. So yeah, I guess it's not very nice to be a villain. But we have bigger problems at the moment. We have to fight the Hive Mind, the final boss in this game, and the last thing you have to do before the game officially ends. The Hive Mind is easy, but the hard part is what I'm doing right now, mainly because they invert or they change around with the aiming of your plasma cutter as you try to pick off these last two yellow bits off the Hive Mind's body. Which is kind of funny because if you have a different weapon, it will automatically switch to the plasma cutter, which I think is kind of weird. But you have to roll with it. And the final phase of this fight, you have to shoot those little yellow balls inside of its body. Once you shoot one, you have to avoid its tentacles because they do big damage to you. And that's pretty much the final boss in this game. It's pretty easy. If I can remember correctly, if you don't kill it in time, it will eventually start shooting the pregnant at you, and that way you can actually get some more ammo if you wanted to. You can also try throwing those red barrels at it, but I prefer just, you know, shooting it. It's a just more effective way that way. A bit repetitious, but you know, a fun way to end the game overall. But I still prefer the Labyrinth, not the Labyrinth, the Leviathan, because I think that boss was just more fun to fight, because you have the whole, you know, walking on the walls, and you're trying to avoid the tentacles and the thing that it's launched, those little, like, I guess puke balls at you. Overall, I think the first boss is better. All the bosses are pretty much easy, and I kind of wish they were a little bit more challenging or a little bit more things you have to do. But it's a decent little boss fight. And just like that, there goes the Hive Mind. Pretty much no more antagonists left in this game, so you can pretty much exit the game. But before it dies, it does that little thing in a lot of video games where it wants to, you know, throw one last punch at you. So if you're at the edge of the of this platform, it'll actually kill you instantly. So you gotta watch out. So that ends the final chapter, and I'll be seeing you guys in the epilogue. Goodbye.
Isaac, it's me. I wish I could talk to you. I'm